On the show today, how are we feeling post-Ryder Cup? Have we recovered? Has blood pressure returned to normal?
Answer, no. However, on the show, we'll also talk about something I'm doing today that I've not done for years, and I'm beyond excited. It's, we'll find out. Let's do the show.
Welcome along. It is Thursday. It is you. It is Tom. It is Tom. It is golf is ruining my life. And we're recording this quite early in the morning, and just to put everything on the table straight away, I'm quite tired. And I had...
What?
Do you know how many beers I had last night, Tom? This is unheralded for me, unheard of.
So if you're feeling quite... Well, if I was so tired as to reference it on the podcast, I would have had to have had 6 pints, probably.
Oof. Well, I wish, mate. Oof. That's just part one.
Oh, that's the warm-up. We're doing more than 6 pints. Right, okay, so it would be 6 pints, a night out in the box in Soho, home by about 5. So you probably just jumped. You probably had like an hour's sleep, then straight back up, right?
Two pints and 7 hours sleep. So I'm absolutely fine.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, just a bit tired.
Well, welcome to Golf is Ruining My Life. We're back. Hello, Post-Ryder Cup.
Oh my God, Post-Ryder Cup.
How do we all feel about it? It was a lot. I think it was a lot for everyone. It was a lot if you were watching. I got to say, Tom, it was also a lot if you were producing 2.5 hours of podcast content and then had to sit through Sunday and then do a podcast about it with a resting heart rate of 120.
I would have really struggled if we had lost on the Sunday. There would have been a message that I'd sent to you saying, I just don't want to do this, because I always think about this, like sports pundits who are like Jamie Carragher's a Liverpool fan, right? And he has to do punditry on Liverpool. Does he hate it when Liverpool lose? I just want to walk off. I don't want to engage with it. It's like when my team do well, and we've seen this with our numbers. They've been insane. Hello to all new people who have just joined.
Hello to everyone.
The good ship, Gurmel. When things are good, I'm happy to talk about it. But when things are bad, I just want to bury my head in the sand. So it was that added layer of, oh God, this is awful, and I might have to do a podcast about it. Horrendous.
Now, I can't obviously jump on the whole Jamie Carragher thing because I don't know absolutely anything about football. But the issue we have on this show is that we are, I don't know which one it is. We are absolutely partisan or absolutely non-partisan. Don't know which one it is.
Non-partisan.
We are absolutely non-partisan. So we are very much behind Team Europe. There was no sort of pretending about that, about being balanced. We've thrown everything behind Team Europe. On Friday and Saturday, if you were a American listener, because I think we've got a couple of Americans in the Discord channel, it must have been infuriating listening to this show. We were so excited. So I think that was the main thing, is having so much pomp behind the podcast on Friday and Saturday, then have to crawl back on Sunday and be like, oh, we didn't mean it. Sorry, we lost.
Sorry, we love you guys. I mean, I wonder how Rory McIlroy feels about living in America. Like, do you think that's a thing? Do you think they feel that embittered, or are they rational enough to know it's just a few fans? Because that's really been the lasting tale of this. Europe have won. Tommy Fleetwood needs to be knighted as soon as possible. But for me, the story, the lasting tale, things like Tom Watson. Did you see Tom Watson's comments?
No, I didn't know. Go on.
Well, Tom Watson just came out and went, apologies for my fellow countrymen, basically. Apologies for the behaviour. And there's been a few of those coming out the woodwork, people just saying it's appalling. And, I mean, I agree, but it's what we always knew would happen. And like I said last time, I feel like some of the blame has to be laid at the feet of Keegan Bradley and his team. The press were at the pressers, they were asking him this. You cannot hype up a crowd like that and expect them to all remain calm and sober. It's not going to happen. What are you thinking?
I think the problem is talking about Rory and the American fans and stuff, is he lives in Jupiter. That's not a real place. Let's be honest.
The planet.
No real people live in Jupiter. The planet. Also known as the sort of one big golf resort. So I think it's probably fine because it's not a real place to live. However, I don't think he's living there much longer, is the rumour. You know where Rory's moving to, right?
Dubai, probably, to be with Tommy.
He has built a massive house on Virginia Water. He's moving.
No way.
A huge house being built, and it's Rory's house. So I don't know whether that's just going to be one of his many houses across the world, but the rumour I heard was that he was moving back to the UK so he could be close to his family, and obviously he had family issues last year or whatever, so he just wants to have everyone together and be closer, so he's going to come to the UK, is the rumour. But listen, I feel like I want to move on from the Ryder Cup. It's already too stressful for me.
You want to talk about your 77, don't you? You just want to dig into your 77.
No, the 77 feels long gone now.
I mean, that's quite interesting, isn't it? How long what we're seeing right now is the legacy of the Ryder Cup. By Thursday, we're already like, yeah, well done. What's next? And when you have a good round, it doesn't take long before you go, I've already it's fun. Next.
Yeah, whatever. That moment of joy, and that 77, which was, it is my best round of golf ever, according to handicap. When you put a score in a MyG and it goes and produces like a handicap for that round.
Yeah.
Because although I shot 76 this year, that was off the yellows in a competition. So shooting a 77 off the whites is technically my lowest round. But I felt more joy on the 76 because it was the first time I'd ever done it. So the 77 was amazing, but it was like, okay, on to the next. The thing that I do want to talk about today is I am doing something. Well, if you're listening, I'm doing something this afternoon.
Oh my God. I didn't know about this. What are you up to?
You don't know about this.
Are you having more golf fun? I'm conscious that because of your radio show, I golf in the morning, then do radio in the afternoon. You radio in the morning and you do golf in the afternoon. And I take some pleasure from the fact that your hours are being rapidly curtailed by the darkness. So I know that eventually I win here. I triumph when it gets really wintry.
Yes.
So
hold on, it won't be far off that you're triumphing either, because I went to book a tea time yesterday. And it was dangerously close to lunchtime, where if you're on IG, you get that little orange barrier that says sunsets at 6:30. So any time after this is a danger.
Giddy aunt.
Yeah, it's coming. It's basically here now.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
It's October.
But no, I'm doing something this afternoon, and I've not done it for a really long time, and I've had to move heaven and earth to make this happen, and I can't wait.
Well, you play. First of all, I'm going to say it's something to do with golf.
Yes.
Well
done.
Very good at these games.
You're not as jaded as you thought you might be this morning.
No, it's amazing. Only 2 pints and 7 hours sleep, and I'm okay. It's a miracle. Is it a sim? Are you going simming?
I'm not simming.
Are you going to play? Are you playing your course?
Well, it depends what you define as my course.
Come on, what you're not going to Woburn or somewhere posh, are you?
Nope. Well, hold on. I won't I won't have that answer from me. It's posh in my heart.
Go on, just say it now. You're going to have to just say it.
For the first time, really, since being a junior golfer, I'm going home to play Preston Golf Club.
No, you're not.
I'm playing with my father-in-law at 2:30.
This is huge.
This afternoon, I'm going to go and play my home golf club, and I've been playing well, and I'll have never played this course
as a
golfer. I've played it once or twice as a grown-up, but never when I've played as much golf as I have recently. Like, not for like the last 4 years, basically.
And this happened to me when I played Monmouth Golf Course not too long ago, which is actually a really lovely course. They've rearranged it. They've moved the 18 around, so it plays differently. And it was just so mad when I went in the clubhouse afterwards and people were like, oh, you used to play before we rearranged it? And I'm like, yeah, I did. Oh, mate, that's quite special. Because you were like me as a junior. Did you just play, were you there constantly, like 36 holes a day?
No. I wasn't. I was lazy. I spent a lot of time as a junior in bed listening to the Chris Moyles show during summer holidays. I was more Chris Moyles based.
Yes.
But I do have like amazing memories of that. Like my first job when I was 12 or something was being the assistant to the assistant.
Oh my god!
When they taught kids. So like my first job was there. I used to go probably during summer holidays like 4 or 5 times a week. And I wasn't one of those kids that was there every day in summer holidays playing 36 holes. I just have to put my hand up. I wasn't that because I was too lazy. I was there an awful lot during summer.
Do you remember your best score there? Do you know what your best ever score there was?
Oh my God, no. Do
you keep your cards? Because I found recently when I was going through the loft, I found a 6 inches thick load of scorecards from when I was like 13, 14 when I started. And it's hilarious because there's this sort of spidery handwriting going 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 9. And I kept them all. It's mad.
No, I haven't done anything like that, and I really regret not doing that. I think there is some in my... I have like a big memory box stuff. I think I've got some scorecards from when I played golf when I was maybe like 12, 13 in Florida. I've got all those.
Okay.
But no, not from Preston Golf Club. So that is what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going to relive my golfing childhood, and I've got to. And I was gonna take the clubs and I was gonna change them and put them into my carry bag, but I'm not. I'm taking the trolley.
Oh, you're taking the whole
whole
motor caddy.
Yeah, I'm taking the motor caddy. Yeah, just because.
Wow.
You get to the point with this stuff where once I swap bags, once I go, okay, I'm now going to be a carry bag boy. I'm accepting that until probably April next year, March next year.
Yeah.
And I just don't think we have to do that yet. The courses are in really good conditions.
Yeah, they're hard.
I think we could just carry on until probably December.
Push on through. Also, not to get too sponny, but the motor caddy folds up very nicely. So in terms of chucking it in the car, not too bad. Not too bad. Don't forget the remote control. My God, if you've got a remote control buggy and you forget the remote control, it's one of the most annoying things in the world.
Yes. Could we just quickly look at that, actually, and talk about, like, we've been very lucky this year to work with some amazing brands. And I don't want to start doing the looking back at the 12 months of Girl, because we'll do that in December. We'll look at our own bum bums for the whole of December.
Yeah.
But, Tom, for you, what is the one or two best things that you've brought into your golf this year? What are the two...
Kit-wise?
What are the two things that we've... Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking, this is the year where we've signed with Ping, right? So that's obviously a massive thing for me. And I think that the Ping stuff is amazing. I think I really struggled to choose my favorite club. I think the 4 Hybrid is actually my favorite club. The 440. Yeah, okay. 4 Hybrid is just like playing golf with a giant spoon. you know the feeling. And I just want to try and, because some teachers, when they teach, they don't use data and stats and facts. They use feels and vibes.
The vibes.
I'm gonna try and attach a process to the feeling of hitting this 4 Hybrid. You know when you get a crunch corner, right? And you get a teaspoon, and you got your crunch corner, and you flip over the chocolate bit into the yogurt, and you dip your teaspoon into the yogurt, and it glides into this cold, pure, syrupy, easy to eat sort of gloop, and then you eat it and it's delicious and it feels great. That is the same emotion that I feel when I use my 4 Hybrid. Is that the weirdest description of using a golf club ever?
I mean, that is why Ping pays the big bucks, isn't it? I wonder if that's what what Dave was hoping for when he signed us.
I hope they'll compare the 4 Hybrid to yogurt.
His clubs compared to yogurt.
It makes sense in my head, though. It's just this sort of smoothness to it. And then delivering sweetie goodness.
Well, yeah, there is that. I mean, of course,
it's perfect.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you. For me, it is.
You love that club
thing. Well, it's 2. It's 2 for me. It's it's 3. I'm gonna have to do 3 here. Okay, 1. And it's interesting that we both said the G440 stuff. The G440 forward is the best club I've ever owned. It has been a revolution in my game because I could never hit a 3-wood. So imagine you're in the position where you can't hit a wood, right? You can't hit a wood. You can only hit, the longest iron you've got is like a punched 4 iron. And then you discover that you can hit a 4-wood 220 yards and it goes through the air and it looks like a proper golf shot. I mean, guys, go and get one, right? So the G440 forward, I also want to big up because it's now been revolutionary to my game in this and the lesson I had with Rob. The G440 driver is so forgiving, is unbelievable. And listen, I understand these things are expensive, right? I understand this is expensive. But that little remote control bag carrying motor caddy device.
Yeah, I know. Mad. Yeah.
It's not cheap. There's no. I can't sit here and say it's cheap, right?
They're like $1.5 grand. They're really expensive.
Don't say it. Don't reference it.
I know. It's mad. It's mad. But
guys, it
God.
really is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
none of that was an ad, by the way.
yeah.
That's just genuinely from stuff we've used this year. Just to sort of peel the curtain back properly. Motor Caddy have never paid us. They just let us use some of their stuff, and we really loved it. So that's just genuine stuff. And
it's just very nice.
Love their stuff either. So
correct.
Yeah.
A lovely bit of T's and C's. You went into T's and C's mode there. So before we go to ads, because we've got to ironically go to products now. Go back to products. What is the score that you're hoping to get? What is roughly par at Preston, and what are you hoping to get?
Well, I'm debating putting a card in for it. Just so I've got some memories.
Then we can all go and see it. Yeah, and then you've got to stick it on the Discord as well.
Yeah, I think I might put a card in and just accept what it's going to be. And I've got a bit of a mantra, even though I now play off 8.3. Thanks for asking. I still have my same mantra, which is don't lose a golf ball shooting the 80s. So I'm just going to take that into the round on Thursday when you're listening today. Don't lose a golf ball, shoot in the 80s. And as long as I do that, I'll be happy.
It's like when I go on radio. Don't worry about good content. Just don't poop your pants. It's the same sort of.
Don't bother Ofcom. Don't poo yourself. Don't bother Ofcom. Don't poo yourself.
Hi Tom, how are you? Good, thanks. Don't bother Ofcom. Don't put yourself. Don't bother Ofcom. Don't put yourself. Hello, it's Hits Radio. Oh no! Can't
some more of my opinions. Oh dear. Right, should we go to some products?
Products. Welcome back. It is Golfers Ruining My Life.
Don't bother Ofcom, email. Don't yourself. Don't bother Ofcom. Don't put yourself.
Do Ofcom police podcast? Is that something we should probably know?
Oh, we should probably know that. Don't know. Maybe we should start. I should start doing that mantra on the way to the studio at the end of my garden.
Don't put yourself. Don't bother Ofcom. Don't put yourself. Welcome along. We are going to do Email Corner now. Now, it's fair to say Email Corner is somewhat unsponsored this week. We're coming back into it. There's a new thing that's starting very soon, which we're very, very excited about. But for now, golf. The Email Corner is brought to you by Golf is Ruining My Life.
Vibes.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to sponsor the show. It's sponsored by the show.
But can I say at this point, thank you so much to our friends at Golf Bidder. We really enjoyed working with Golf Bidder for the whole of summer. It's been amazing.
Stop saying their name, mate. Stop saying their name. Thanks for. It's been a pleasure working with. Beep, 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 beep.
Nah, we love those guys. We really love working with them.
Yeah.
But
of course,
watch this space. Yeah. So we do have to apologise to the emailers now that will fall into the gap of unproducted emails. But that's okay. It's fine, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, it's okay for us. Probably not okay for them. Hoping for 50 quid. Anyway, there's something very cool coming soon. Don't worry. Hello to. I'm going to call you Mike because you've asked us to use your first name only. And this is an email, by the way. We're catching up with our emails. We're now in mid-August, so emails going pretty well. Tom's. I think I've made a mistake. I'm currently a 20 handicap with an aim of under 20 before the end of the year. I started dabbling with golf a few years ago and bought myself a set of Callaway X20 irons to begin my golfing journey. I've since been playing golf as much as I can in the past year. Not as much as I'd like. I try and play at least one round a month and try to go to the range most weekends. Herein lies my mistake. At the start of the year, I got the new club itch. Oh, I know that very well. That can turn into a rash unless you do something about it. Yeah. And I really wanted some ping irons. Now you're really talking our language. My wallet said otherwise. My mind's telling me no. My wallet said otherwise, but I found a cheap set. Oh, ping I2s? Oh, old school. What are we talking? Early 2000s?
I'd say earlier than that, late 90s, I think the Ping I2s are. They came along after the Ping Zings, and I was a Ping Zing guy, Ping Zing 2. I loved the look, so I decided to get them. Played my first round with them. I only went and bloomin' broke 100 for the first time. Wow.
Now, this is what Dave was hoping for when he signed the podcast, wasn't he? Less of the yogurt stuff, more of this gear.
Yeah, well, let's try and flog some second-hand clubs from the 90s. You're welcome, Dave. Thanks for the deal. Second round, I only went and bloomin' broke 90. I decided to sell the Callaways as the Pings must have been the ones. There we are. That's the sentence to clip and send that to Ping. But now I seem to only be able to score in the mid to high 90s. What do you mean? What's the problem? Was it a mistake to get rid of the Callaway for something a lot older and less forgiving? Have I shot myself in the foot for a fluke couple of rounds and I'm now paying the consequences? Or is it that the clubs are fine, but I've hit my golf ceiling with the limited times I could play? I'd love your take. Also love the podcast. Mondays and Thursdays are now the days I look forward to most. P.S. I'd also like to go on a golf trip to Morocco. It runs and runs that, doesn't it?
That is the inside joke that is now over a year old and seems to keep delivering.
It's wonderful.
So cheers, Mike. Have you shot yourself in the foot?
No.
Let's be honest. Oh, okay.
No, I've got a hard take here. Well, no, I just don't think you have. Go on. What were you going to say?
I would say moving back to clubs from the late 90s is probably not ideal in terms of technology advancements. I think these days you don't need to be replacing your irons and drivers every year. The evolution in technology isn't that dramatic. However, when I went from my Titleist AP2s into now my ping irons, there is a huge difference in terms of forgiveness and forgiveness was a huge one for me going out of
forgiveness is the biggest thing, isn't it? It's the fact that when you slap it a little bit, when
you look at the case we've got here with Mike, I would say the issue is more the lack of play as opposed to the golf clubs.
Yeah, exactly. And also I would say that, if you are going to have clubs that are older, classics, heritage clubs, then irons, it's not too bad to have an old iron in the same way that, this is something we should have done with Golf Bidder, but just if you're going to get a new putter, don't go get a brand new putter. Get a classic putter. Get a Scotty Cameron from the noughties, from the 90s. Putters are putters, right? If you like the design, you'll like the club. So I think irons are fine. I think with woods, definitely, new technology does make a bigger difference. But with irons, if you like the club, you like the club, man. And I don't see that clubs are the problem here.
Should we jump into Joe's email?
Yeah.
Joe said, "Hi, Toms. I've recently discovered the show, and much like my relationship with golf, find myself addicted to the show. Welcome to the show. Please keep up the good work and fighting the fight for the average Joe." From a Joe. That's quite funny. Which is a coincidence. My name is Joe. It's a great email. I've always loved golf, but other sports got in the way until I tore my ACL playing rugby a few years ago. Being far too scared to play any contact sport again, I decided to rekindle my love for golf, following a Ross and Rachel style relationship since I was younger. I don't find friends funny, so I don't know what that is, but that's okay, Joe.
Ross and Rachel had an on-off relationship, and they knew they were meant for each other. They were each other's lobsters, basically, Tom, and a lobster's mate for life until they get boiled in a pot. Okay. So essentially, what he's saying is golf is the one.
Fine. Sorry about the hate towards friends, Joe. I just have it shoved down my throat every day by my wife, and we have a constant conversation, which is, I don't think this is very good. I don't want to watch Friends again. Anyway, so I'm putting that on you, Joe. It's not your fault. Ross and Rachel style relationship.
That's very Chandler of you. That's very Chandler of you.
Is that the one with the turkey on his head? Did that happen? I started taking it serious back in September, and I'm now working from a 15 handicap, which is, to be fair, amazing. Which, despite not being great in the grand scheme of things, I absolutely love playing and getting out with my brother and friends. I think 15 is good, so don't do yourself down. This summer, I decided to take the hit and go for a golf membership through Play More Golf, which I've loved doing, and it has given me a sense of belonging at my local club. Whereas before, I was more of a freelancer and played anywhere and didn't feel as if I had any identity when I played. Okay. Now I feel like I belong at a club and I love playing at home, of course. My question is, are full memberships worth it? I'm a teacher, and despite having loads of time off in my holidays, my term times are pretty rammed. And I might be able to get out once or twice a month if I'm lucky. The holidays are a different story, but that's where the Play More Golf comes in nicely. My course isn't great over the winter and it's quite boggy, so if I were to get a full membership, I could only play from sort of March to October.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this? Are full memberships worth it, or should I stick with my Play More Golf membership? Would love to hear from two home course loving heroes. All the best, Joe.
Oh, Joe, thank you so much. That is a really, really great question, because in my head instantly, the logical answer to that is, don't bother with full membership because of your lifestyle. It's not. Yeah. It is not worth it. It's just not worth it. The thing that wriggles in my brain is that there's still weekends, first of all, and secondly, the comps and the camaraderie of a course and getting a bunch of pals who you like at your local course is hard to beat. That's the problem.
Yes, I would agree with that. It's difficult because in Joe's circumstance, what I'm about to say might be quite difficult because clearly you don't have loads of free time, right? But the thing that I like about being a golf club member, as someone who paid his yearly subs yesterday.
Oh yeah, I'm about to do that.
I've seen the money come out my account. I felt that feeling. There's something quite nice though, Joe, about knowing that my golf is paid for the next year. I will not have to think about paying for golf unless I go somewhere else until October 2026, okay?
That's interesting. That's a good take. Yeah.
I quite like the fact that I can go up there and play 9, I can go and practice, I can play 18, and I never have to think about that whole, oh my God, another £35 or another 50 quid on green fees. And to be honest, when you add up, to be fair, I've played so much golf this year that my green fees will be not anywhere near as much as that when you divide the membership over the amount of time I've played, right? But for most people, if you only play once or twice a week, when you divide that membership number down, it probably isn't a million miles away for what you would pay if you paid for 18 months a week.
Yeah, so
anyway,
do some maths. Yeah, do some maths with it. Yeah. Look at how many times you're going to play. Yeah.
But I do like the feeling of not having to spend that money every week in the pro shop.
It's really hard, though, because it's so seasonal. It sounds like it's similar to our place. Our place is so boggy in the winter. It does close. I mean, they're doing works to try and solve the problem, but it closes often for weeks on end when it gets really wet. And you do think, like, if I, for those guys that stop, what a luxury that is to be a member of a golf course where you're paying a lot of money every year and it gets to October and you go, I'm not going to play through the winter. I'll see you in April. Like, what? So basically, that chunk of cash you're paying, and most golf courses, between 800 to 1,500 a year, so in that sort of ballpark, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say so. Reasonable? Yeah, that's probably about there, yeah.
You're basically paying that for 6 months for a lot of people. So you've got to do the maths and work it out. And I would come up with your number. And your number has to be, what am I happy to be effectively paying per round, right? And if you go, look, I'm going to play this many times a year, and with my membership, that means every time I play, I'm effectively paying. I think for me, I worked it out. It's about 15 quid a round by the time I've divided it. And I'm happy with that. If you do that number and if you do that bit of maths and you go, oh my God, it's 45 quid a round, then you've got to ask yourself some questions. But don't eliminate from your inquiries the pleasure and the joy of the cheeky little 9 holes and the comps. If you want, especially over the summer, and you're a teacher, so that summer is 9 months long. Over the summer, you want to do some comps because they will improve your golf so much. Comps are what make you better.
Should we jump into another email before we're done, Tom?
Yes, hello to Ashley. Hi, Toms, I love the show. I tell my mates to listen all the time. Yes, thanks, Ashley. Yes, I believe in you. I believe in you, Ashley. I believe in you. Just pointing at my... I've been playing a year on and off due to work. I've got a handicap of 16.7. That's excellent. That's excellent for a year, Ashley. I'm happy with this. Here's my dilemma. I recently did a charity day for prostate cancer, and my scores were 88, 82, 89 and 92 in one day. Oh, you were doing one of those mad playing...
the longest days. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's very fair, seeing as I hadn't been able to play for 2 weeks prior to this date. Yeah. I mean, that's very good. That's very good indeed. Without telling my mates my handicap makes some of my newer golfer mates feel better and not disheartened. I was told all my golfer mates I was a 26 handicap at best. Despite being deeply insulted, I stayed quiet to not come across as boastful. How should I go forward with this? Play them in a handicap game with what they've decided. They've smedleyed you, basically, haven't they? That's what's happened there.
They've smedleyed you. You've been smedled. Yeah.
The other guys are off 18, 22 and 36. Or shall I show them my official handicap, which is, to reiterate, 16.7. It's amazing. Yeah. The two big things we talk about on the show are other golfers being rude and handicaps. That's basically those are our
Welcome to the show.
I don't know.
What do we think about this, Tom?
Tell him your handicap. You tell him your handicap. Tell him your handicap.
Yeah, I think you tell them the handicap. And also, handicap is so... There is such a variety of ways that handicap will... present itself. Like a handicap on my course, for example, would be completely different to a handicap on Preston Golf Club, which would be very different to something over here and something over here. Like you could be so let's go this way. You could be a 13 handicap at my place, right? Off the whites that give you 18 shots.
Yeah.
So a 13 handicap at my place is very different to a 13 handicap at a course that's a little bit easier. So, and looking at those scores, I don't think they're bad scores. I think those are the scores of a 16 handicap, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's completely reasonable. Just, I mean, the problem is some people are still stuck in the pre-WHS handicap system change. So a lot of people find it mad when you say you're off 12 and they're like, what? You know, and you're like, well, in old money, that's 19 or 18 or whatever. So I would just tell them your real handicap and go, yeah, that's what I play off, and then prepare for a barrage of insults. I mean, that's the joy of golf, right? Just be honest and get insulted.
I believe, though, anyone that insults a golfer because they think their handicap is better or worse than what they've seen, I just don't think those golfers have seen enough golf, in my opinion. Like, there is no way.
I'd agree.
Unless I played with, like, someone that said they were a 28 handicap and they shot 5 over, I'd be like, you're not that handicap, right?
But that's annoying when that happens.
Yeah, if I played with, like, a 4 and they shot a 90, I would still be like, I can see that happen. That happens. Right? I played enough golf to see this happen all the time. So, Ashley, I think the issue is more with the people who are commenting that haven't seen enough golf than your handicap not being reflective of your ability.
I think, Ashley, join the Par Pals group on Discord, Ashley, and then find a new bunch of golf friends who actually understand the handicap system. We have a very tolerant, lovely community on Discord, and I feel like they're not the sort of people who would cock a snoop at your handicap, and they'd accept it. That's what we're the hashtag be kind of golf.
Yes, we
golf
are
friendship.
The Harry Styles of golf.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Well, that probably comes to the end, doesn't it, of Thursday?
It does. I mean, there is no email of the week because there is no prize. Sorry. I mean, in many ways, you guys have been shortchanged, but we love you if that helps. You're all winners. There you go. Thanks very much. You're all winners, and we'll pop in the post some of our love. Although I mustn't do that because I got in trouble last time I did that.
That's an issue,
well done. Keep those emails coming in. thetoms@golfersruiningmylife.co.uk on any topic you desire. We'll got all sorts of plans for the next few weeks as we head into the darkness of winter. But often, as we often say, it's the darkness of winter where we can really appreciate the wonder and the light and the warmth of golf. And that's very much what we're going to be doing.
See you next time.